Hey everyone, it's Celeste Stacy, and welcome to Uncovering Your Joy. In this video, we're going to talk about ways that we fake our joy. Yes, faking our joy is a thing. It's a thing. Sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. So, what does it mean to fake our joy? What does it mean to fake your joy? Faking your joy means pretending to be happy doing something that doesn't make you happy, or being in a situation that doesn't make you happy and pretending that you're happy. Now, I want to do a quick freeze frame here and clarify what pretending to be happy means. What I'm really talking about is convincing yourself that you're happy when you're really not, but you're rationalizing it and you're taking that fraction of a percent of things that are good and you're hanging on that to rationalize. Pretending is not something you're consciously doing. You're kind of rationalizing as you go and convincing yourself as you go. You may have heard others or even yourself say things like, it's all good. Yeah, this isn't going well, but I know I'll be blessed in the end. I need to do this now. No, it's not great. And it keeps going on, sometimes for years and years and years and years. And you look back on your life and you haven't lived it for yourself and you can't remember the last time you've been joyous. So when I talk about pretending, that's what I'm talking about. So keep that in mind as you listen along, right? Maybe you were once happy. Maybe it once brought you joy and it doesn't anymore. Maybe it never did. So why in the world would we ever fake our joy, pretend to be happy? Faking joy, pretending to be happy is a coping mechanism. It allows us to ignore the feelings that we have inside that we don't want to confront. All the things that we see and we know in our gut that isn't right, but we're not ready to do anything about them. And so we justify, we have all kinds of whys, all kinds of rationalizations to continue to do the same thing, to continue to stay in the same situation. Maybe sometimes we stay in jobs we don't like because it's bringing us income and we haven't figured out what to do or how to do it to replace that income. A lot of times we're in relationships, love relationships. It could be romantic relationships where you stay for the kids or for whatever other reason. But deep down inside, you know that it is not congruent with your best and what you really want for yourself. It's a coping mechanism. And sometimes we may not even know how to break free. We may not know what something different looks like. And so we stay and we justify and we say, oh, I'm happy to do this. Or we smile and we put on a happy face when we know inside we're dying. Okay, that is faking your joy. Now, some of these things may feel like and seem like and look like necessary evils. There's no such thing as a necessary evil, okay? They're choices. And we make our choices based on the questions we ask ourselves inside. So right now, you may be asking yourself questions that continue to disempower you and continue to keep yourself in situations that rob you of your joy. You may have asked those questions in your mind for years. And you may say to yourself, I don't even remember the last time I was happy or had joy. Or you may say to yourself, I was once happy until this particular situation happened. So the questions that maybe you ask yourself in times of loss or in times of decision is, what am I going to do now? What do I have left? Another disempowering question is, what else do I have to look forward to? Or who's going to pay me this amount of money? So how do we go about changing the game and starting to get real instead of faking our joy? The very first step when it comes to faking your joy, the very first step to getting real is to ask yourself different questions. And the very, very first question in any scenario that you feel is draining you of your energy, where you feel that you are not living your best life, is, what am I choosing to ignore? And maybe you're choosing to ignore things in various areas of your life. It happens to the best of us. That just means that you've gotten very, very good at coping. But now is the time, if we want to uncover our joy, to confront those things. So write that question down. What am I choosing to ignore? And I want you to list all the things. You may want to divide it into categories if it's more than one area of your life. And this is really, really, really important. As you list, what am I choosing to ignore? It's really, really important not to write or think about why you're choosing to ignore it. Why is that so important? Because the why is your coping mechanism. The why is your rationalization to faking your joy, pretending to be happy. So push that aside. It doesn't matter why at this point. These are the things that are stealing your joy. Now, the second question, once you've listed all of those things, is what am I going to do about this? You're not helpless in your situation. Take a stand for what you want in your life. This is the one precious life you've got. There are no do-overs. And for each thing, under the what am I going to do about this column, I want you to list every possible option of doing something about this. Don't judge the things as you write them down. You're just writing down options. You're not judging them as you write down. You're just writing down. Once you do that, you know what? It looks a little bit more empowering, doesn't it? You've gone from faking your joy to actually having a plan to get it back. In the next video, we are going to talk about a really sticky wicket where we're trying to support someone who's dear to us, our family, but is sapping our joy. What do we do about it? How do we address it? What does that look like? If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Just hit that little subscribe button. Until next time, this is Celeste Stacy, intentionally uncover your joy.